Hey, in this video, we're in Walla Walla, Washington. I'm going to introduce you to the world famous Walla Walla Guitar Company. And in this video, we're going to get a chance to meet the founders, to find out what was the motivation behind the founding of the company, as well as walk you through the process on how they create these beautiful, unique, quality instruments. So I've really been looking forward to this. Let's go get started.
Hey, I'm Ken from Walla Walla Guitars.
And I'm Ryan.
I'm Terry.
Welcome to Walla Walla Guitars. This is our inventory room. We usually carry about 100 to 150 guitars in stock at all time. Each one of them is unique. We spend a considerable time designing individual guitars that look like nothing else. We use all types of media. We use things like skins, jeans, cow hides. We do laser etched tops. We sell a lot of paisley guitars. We also do a thing we call a poly or a crystal, and it's a guitar top that has things embedded into the guitar top. It can be like coins from the 1800s, cards, cobra skins, just anything you can think of, we embed into the top. Our body style that we make is fully chambered, and we hollow the guitar out, so it's very light, it's very acoustic, and then we use a top that will fit into this. There are just various different things that we put in. We use exotic woods, and we do a hand rub finish. So everything that's done on these is done by hand. We hand stain them, we hand rub them, and it creates a really soft, resonant, and durable finish without making it feel like it's covered with like a varnish or something hard like a poly. And it just makes the guitars breathe and sound a lot better too. Every single one is a little bit different. We use, like I said, a different type of wood in every guitar. And so when we get done, it can be something like this, and the bodies themselves and the complete guitars can weigh anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds. The bodies are like 2 to 3. With the neck and everything, it can be 5 to 6 pounds, which is very light for a lot of customers who have a hard time holding up like a traditional Les Paul or something like that. Of all the things we make, vintage wood is my favorite. We find old pieces of wood from crates. Some of it is from before the turn of the century, and we reshape the wood and then out it into a guitar. So this is literally a crate from the 40s that was for munitions. We have old whiskey crates. This is from about 1910. We also do things. This is a packaging from Japan that one of our customers sent to us to utilize in a guitar top. They're really light. They have a lot of character, very loud since the wood is sometimes over 100 years old. We sell a lot of paisley guitars. This is laser etched, and then we stain it by hand. It's one of our biggest selling guitars. We also have an acoustic hole. We also have this hole in the top, which is a little sound port. And when you're sitting on the couch playing, it acoustically sends just a little bit of highs up. So when you're playing, you can hear it much better, and it channels the sound kind of up to your ears. So you get a little bit more high end. But our guitars are considerably loud for being electric guitars. There, you can sit on the couch and hear it great, as opposed to a normal electric.
So everyone's unique. You don't have any reprints, any second versions?
We do occasionally something like this. We'll do with different items in it, but they're generally all unique in some way with wood and everything. Our necks are great. They feel great in your hand. We have a soft V, which you can barely tell is there. And when you're playing down in the open positions, it's super comfortable in your hand. We have a compound radius, which changes the radius of the neck as it goes up. What that does, it permits you to have a really nice feel when you're down below. And as you move up the neck, if you're playing and bending notes, the notes will not fret out. So it also lets us get the whole action of the guitar much slower. We use full flame maple on a lot of our necks.
Ready.
And always flame maple on the front. Once again, hand rubbed with true oil. Really smooth, warm feeling finish that never feels sticky like most sprayed guitars. All of our designs start with CNC or CAD projects that help us design and cut our guitars. Since they're hollowed out, it takes a specific amount of understanding of how woods work and what to do. So for instance, we start with a basic model, and we can see it in 3D, and we can emulate all the tool paths to see how it works before we even start doing it. So we basically do all our design in a program like this, which creates the tool paths for our machines. Full blast. And you can see each one of these is an individual cut that is cut in our body. And when you see the CNC running, you can kind of see how it's doing each of these different steps in there. So we can design right in the computer and then cut it. Our bodies are CAD design, and then we cut them with a CNC cutter, which makes them super accurate. And the fact that we do chambered bodies makes it a much more cleaner and faster way of making our bodies consistent. And it's just fun to watch as well. The design is our own unique design. It makes the body totally hollow, and so you get a lot of acoustic resonance. And the CNC permits us to shave the inside and the back of the guitar to within 1/4 inch so that it's very resonant. It takes about an hour to cut one of the bodies on these machines, and it takes a lot longer to program it. But it's clean, fast, and really elegant. One thing we're really proud about is we make almost every single part on the guitar. A lot of manufacturers buy parts, but we make our pickups in-house. We make them out of wood so they match our guitars. We make the knobs with a CNC machine. This is a 3D printed switch tip. We cut this with a laser, hand stain this in-house. And the bridge is a bridge that I designed. I think it's one of the best tele bridges out there. Very proud of it. This is what it comes in raw looking like. We distress it, or I distress it, and then I sandblast it, and it gets just an amazing texture. Feels great, a really solid lip around the hollow side for your hand to sit on, and screws to help it stay perfectly in place. And it's perfectly flat, unlike pressed ridges. After we started making guitars, we were realizing that normal pickups do not have a great look. They're just a black piece of fiberboard. So we decided to start making our own pickups, and we're actually using flame maple hardwood on the top. So they match the theme of the guitar. I wind them a little bit different than standard Tele pickups. We do a special winding, makes them a little bit hotter. I use a little bit different magnet, but it really smooths them out, and they give the guitar a really unique voice, which I really like. It's not as trebly as a normal Telecaster, but it still has all the characteristics of a standard Tele. We're going to tell you a little bit about our guitars and why they're so unique. This is one of the biggest things. Each top is an unusual piece of art or something interesting. They're all basically different. We use anything from, this is cowhide, to laser etched art, and this can be various things, but this happens to be paisley. To vintage wood guitars, which are guitars made out of crates and various woods that can be as much as 150 years old. This one's probably from the 40s. It was a shipping crate for Jack Daniels, or Johnny Walker, excuse me. And we basically kind of reformat how it's laid out, make it about a 1/4 inch thick, and then embed it inside the guitar. So this is a very light, very acoustic guitar. Tastes great, less filling. And Ryan here has a crystal.
Yeah. This is one of the crystals. This has 16th, 17th century real Japanese artwork.
What do you mean by real?
I mean, we had one of our customers had sent us originally artwork, and I told them, I said, I can scan this and we can print it on canvas and put it in the guitar, and that way and he said, no, I want the real artwork inside the guitar. So we had to figure out how to seal it to make sure that the inks that were that old actually worked inside and didn't run. It was quite the process, and then actually this is the real artwork.
Okay.
So it's not a reproduction.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. And we made quite a few like this now. There's some of my favorites.
Okay.
Also, this is a good example of the crystal and hardwood. We've done a few like this, but more we'll take the really heavily burled wood and we'll put it into the guitar, and then you can put a layer of a resin to just strengthen the whole thing and fill any of the large burl holes, or the really knotty wood that you normally couldn't use on a guitar that we can use. I can grab one of those if you want to take a look at it. Yeah. This is a good example of the heavily burled wood that we'll put under resin to just strengthen it, and if there's any holes or anything that would go through, something that you might not be able to always use unless you were using it like this to get that extra burl. There's some of them that we have that are even much crazier than this, almost a live edge burl that are coming through the whole thing.
This guitar has cobra skin encapsulated in our crystal. It's literally cobra skin inside of there.
Like actual cobra skin?
Yep.
That's cool.
We've been incorporating 3D printing for about 5 or 6 years now. A couple of our parts that we make that go into our guitars, like switch tips, it's a little thing that goes on like that, we make, and it's printed out of wood-infused PLA plastic. It's very hard. It's ergonomically designed, so it has a lot of texture on it. It's not just the old flat plastic, and you can just touch the top of it and you get a good grip. Makes it really, really handy on a guitar, and it just feels really good on the guitar.
And that's what you're printing in here?
What I'm putting in here is we make a bunch of other little products too. This is a 3D printed visor for a pretty famous effects pedal. I had one and I couldn't use it outside, and I thought, well, this is a really simple way to be able to see it. It's like a visor for your effects pedal. So we sell these now, and a couple other projects like this. We utilize a laser cutter for a lot of the jobs here. our older wood is very difficult to cut with a CNC. A laser is very gentle and super accurate. So we make tops that we embed into our tops. This is a crate from the 40s. If I try to cut that by hand or with a jigsaw, it just almost melts. The laser will cut super precisely and super delicately. So I'm going to turn it on.
We worked out a way, and Ryan put a lot of work into this too, that to put actual objects on the top with the crystal tops. So when you see an object in here, real arrowheads, things like that. So this particular top is a Wild Bill Hickok one. We've done a few variations. All of them are different. Each one will be different from another. And we've done a lot of variations on We the People, which is right here, the tops of the Constitution and coins and different things. And I would change them. These are probably 75 years old. Those little cards are, but most of them are quite old. And there's shotgun knobs we make ourselves and so on. But so we basically ended up with the crystal tops with these are the objects, and then the crate tops, and then the lasered tops. Those are the primary ones we build. Yeah. But whole thing is to build guitars you never get back, and we never get them back. That's one thing we're concerned about at first, is you send out something, that anything wrong with it, we never get them back. That's a great thing. Yeah. It's a lot of businesses, there's a big problem, but we don't have that problem. Ken's a master at that part of it. And Ryan does his work on the tops, and so it all works together. And Chad does a great job. We've got a good team. Even these are real solid silvers we put in there. They've gone up quite a bit now. That's all solid silver ingots. And some are smaller and bigger, whatever. So the objects, most all of them are real objects, and all the guitars are different. There's variations of cards. I've bought hundreds of different kind of cards. They use actual cards. Some are from the 1800s. Actual poker cards were different back then. They didn't have the letters on them or anything. So those look different than others. We have those. We have all kinds of different authentic parts. It took quite a while to get them all together too. A lot of those things. A lot of auctions and things like that to get authentic parts.
So tell us about how Walla Walla Guitar Company started. What was the motivation? How long's it been around? Tell us all about that.
Terry and I have been working on guitars together since the 90s, and Terry in the 80s, through Martin Archery, worked on getting guitars made as well. In the 90s, I was making some guitars for him, and one that we made ended up in the studio here. And everybody that came into the studio really loved the guitar and the neck on it. And so later on, after we sold a couple businesses, we decided to start making guitars. We love to do it. It's our passion. We've been doing it for a long time. And so we took all the stuff that we had learned over the last a cumulative 75 years of working and playing guitars and started building guitars. And we took that neck design from the one that I had made in the 90s, and we incorporated it into a new style, updated things like the geometry on the neck and a few other things. And then we started designing to make a guitar that was different than anything else that was out there, even though physically it kind of looks the same. We decided to go with just all chambered bodies and make guitars lighter and more acoustic. And the big part, though, is making things that were graphically unique. So every guitar we make is a little different. We make some that are similar, but we have hundreds and hundreds of different graphic styles and different types of tops. And we've been doing this for 11 years now.
12.
Yeah, going on 12 years. So we've
Walla
made
Walla
about
Guitar.
1,100 guitars where we're at, and keep working on them every day.
And what is both of your musical backgrounds like? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I bought my first guitar when I was about 11 or so. Then I traded that guitar off. It cost me $99, that guitar did. I traded that and $25 off to my Fender Precision bass. And so I started playing bass in bands at that point, 13, 14 years old. I realized that you get paid at the end. That was a pretty good deal. I fixed up my car and buy gas and everything else that actually costs you money to play sports and everything. So I think I love music anyway, so it worked out really well. But you can.
I started playing when I was 8. I took lessons from Mrs. Wilson. And I kind of lost it for a bit, but then when I was like 12, I started playing again. And I'm definitely a tinkerer. I'm always taking things apart and breaking them and fixing them. So when I was 16, I got a nice Strat. Basically destroyed it many times over, but had no split. I still had it. Did everything you could think of doing to it. And just went on. I've been a guitar tinkerer, player, and I've been playing for a long time. We both played in just bands around town. And
So you currently play in bands today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
About it. We've always loved guitar.
Okay.
So it's like passion. So we just followed it.
Well, originally, I had the studio in the 80s, 8-track with all the equipment. A lot of people needed demos at the time, and it was really set up for our own recording. So what I did, instead of just creating demos, I worked it out. So we created the first Walla Walla homegrown album, and with a lot of different artists on it. And they're still available even today at local record store. But in red vinyl, I think you ran them all in red vinyl.
Were they all red?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think
That's
so. Yeah. Anyway, and then I always liked the studio more than playing live, so I concentrated on a lot of that for years. Now it's just a matter of getting things back together. Now we spent a number of years getting the guitar thing going, trying to get back to recording again,
I think I tried saxophone first in grade school and then did that for like a year and a half. And maybe 5th grade, I started playing guitar. You loaned me that 3/4 scale. Red Fender. And I started playing, and then I played with you in the basement on drums. That's the first time playing in any band setup.
Yes.
And then friends around town, and then just heavily practicing in a band through high school and playing, and then playing just randomly with groups of guys, So yeah, that's my musical background.
And how's it been your experience, like watching or being part of this process with the guitar company starting and being able to?
It's been fun. Anything's possible, it seems, on the artwork that we can put on the guitars. And at first it was like, okay, what can I create? And then it quickly became, okay, what do I really want? And what would I really want on the guitar? And he's making a bunch of the artwork too.
Right.
But
Ryan has the patience to meticulously get those tops, crystal tops, perfect with all the clear and parts in place and coating every little piece.
It's a miracle.
And
it really is.
Nobody does that.
I have patience, but I couldn't do it.
I do have a wall of rejects. There's a lot that don't make it through, but
I know
the process has been honed down pretty
You're
well.
dealing with some of these parts are 200 years old or more, so you want to lose too many of them, but it's worked out well. Give people something that would never get before.
No, it is fun creating something that you enjoy and also being able to be creative while doing it. I've really enjoyed it, honestly.
We've had people that had a lot of tickets to all the concerts they went to, and they wanted to have those on a guitar top.
Oh yeah,
That took a while. To
yeah.
get
There
to
was
that.
there's been some really cool ones. Did a whole fish top was one of them, with just all concert tickets.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
From the band.
Yeah, from
Custom,
the band.
yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted.
Okay. All three of you are musicians. In your experience, like, what is the difference between a handcrafted instrument like you produce and something that's mainstream, if you will?
I think one of the main things we were shooting for was to make the guitar feel warm and welcome when you first get it. A lot of guitars, when most guitars when you buy them, they're like this pristine, like thing that's almost too romantic to touch. And you pick it up and it feels like a new instrument. We wanted to create something that was like an old friend when you pick it up the first time. It's warm, it's inviting, it plays great, and you just will naturally sit down with it and you're comfortable from the first time you pick it up, as opposed to like getting used to it or breaking it in. And that has to do with finish and just the quality of the parts and the aesthetics. A lot of the guitars super resonate with somebody. They'll see it and they're like, oh, I need that guitar. And there's only one of them. So
Well, some of these people make guitars that may be very expensive, but it doesn't play that well. And you have to, it may not even be set up right out of the box. We've had people that bought our guitars and made an album right afterwards at the same time. Like it'll play right out of the case. It'll play fine.
Yeah, that is.
That's Ken's magic.
Yeah, he spends quite a bit of time once it's all complete. Because we went to NAMM, and looked at all the guitars, and it was shocking the amount to where they put them together. But then the last, hour and a half of just going through every little thing
adjustment
and making sure that that setup is perfect before it is put in the case and shipped makes a huge difference. And I was shocked at how many were not set up.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just, the parts are there, but then if you don't know how or what to, it was surprising, and that's something that happens to every one of them that goes out.
It works out really well to have a team. You've got primarily 4 people that do most of it. Ken, when he does all the building and the maybe a setup that's ready to play and all the meticulous thing he takes care of. And then Ryan, and working on pickups and things has to be right. There's a lot of ways to make a pickup wrong. And and then Chad that works for us on the finish work is
he's amazing. Yeah.
He really likes things perfect.
It has to be perfect.
You stop him sometimes and wait, you're going to spend the rest of the way. You keep going on that.
Take 12. No, it's perfect before.
Yeah. So
It's a joy. It's a pleasure to do this every day. You come here and you get to work on your passion and be artistic and have it go to somebody who enjoys it is really great.
Well, it's a beautiful product, for sure.
Thank you. You can give us a call. Our phone number is on our website at wallawallaguitars.com, and we can talk you through the whole process of making a custom guitar. If you have any questions about anything or any customization you want on a guitar, contact us. We also have a gallery of every guitar that we've made, so you can look through that. It'll take you days and kind of see all the variations and styles and graphics that we've made.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for walking me through this. This has been very educational and a lot of fun. And thank you for your time. And thank you for everything.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Hey, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I wanted to thank Ken and Ryan and Terry for walking us through how they create these beautiful, unique quality instruments. If there was something that sparked an interest with you, be sure and check out their website. I'm going to make sure and leave the contact details in the description of the video. And if there's something that you have an idea for, be sure and contact them. They'd be more than happy to walk you through how they can create your guitar. If you liked the video, make sure and subscribe. And most importantly, make sure and have a great day.